Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Chief Ben Etiaba. My pleasure to be with you all. There has not been so much as a protocol established, so you will allow me to start by, establishing some semblance of protocol, albeit partial. Partial in the sense that all the distinguished ladies and gentlemen that are in this forum, I will not take the time to name all of them one after the other, but you will permit me to single out just a few individuals, starting with Chief Ben Etiaba, whom, like I had remarked earlier, has managed to join us, and that tells me a story of the Africa Forum actually growing from strength to strength if we're able to attract the caliber of Chief Ben Etiaba to chair the Ikenga 2025. Equally in that league is Professor Chidi Osuagwu, an eminent retired professor who, although retired, is certainly not tired, particularly when it comes to Igbo matters. We cross paths in other, platforms, but I'm happy to, note that today he is one of us. If you were in doubt, what sort of man he is, you heard the breaking of the kola nut, and so that gives you an insight. Now, I want to also put on records the vision behind the Africa Fora as encapsulated by the founder and CEO, Oloako Gerd, who has, over the past 5 years, been working very silently and very quietly to bring us to where we are. The sky is our limit, there is no doubt about that. Now, before getting to the meat of the matter, I cannot fail but also record the presence here of Obi Josie Isioma Nwanna. Now, why is this important? This is important because you never, forget where you come from. I'm from Ibuzo in Delta State. And Obi Josie is my Omu, the Omu of Ibuzo. And for us to be able to have him here, for me, means a lot about the direction that, the Africa Fora is going. Obi Igwe, welcome to this fora. Now, it is with deep joy and humility that I welcome you all to this year's commemoration of Ikenga Day 2025. Today, we gather under the guiding light of one of the most enduring values of the Igbo people. And that guiding light, in my view, and which constitutes the theme of today's gathering, is Idinotu. And for the benefit of those who do not understand Igbo, Idinotu simply means unity. Last year, a little around this time, in Dublin, I spoke about the experience of being Igbo outside Igboland, about how language, culture, storytelling, and everyday practices allow us to remain authentically Igbo in the diaspora. I'm sure that the likes of Dr. Ben Ikoli will identify with what I am talking about, joining us as he does and living and working in Pretoria, South Africa. He and his family obviously knows what it means to be an Igbo man outside Igboland. That constituted the topic of my conversation to a group of, Igbo people, Omenimo 2024 in Dublin last year. And so, getting set to, address you today on the Ikenga Day, I am reminded of the interactions, in Dublin. And so this year, as we reflect on Idinotu Ndigbo worldwide, the enculturation of Igbo youth identity and culture in diaspora, we are reminded that beyond individual preservations lies the collective, Idinotu. We are reminded that our strength as a people comes not only from identity, but from unity in identity. Unity is the reason that our ancestors, despite displacement and adversity, built thriving Igbo communities wherever they found themselves. I am a proud member of Ndigbo West Flanders, which is a group of Igbo people within the West Flanders province of, Belgium, and a subset of Ndigbo in Belgium. Now, what that means is that each one of us, wherever we are, we try to be part of that Igbo culture because it brings us home. And there are a few symbolical things that we take for granted. For example, why did I choose to call my son, my older son, Tonna, and the younger one, Chidi, the namesake of Prof? I could have given them Johannes, a Belgian name, or, Ludwig, a Belgian name as well. But there is a reason behind why they bear their name, My grandson, the same. So these are bits and pieces of what keeps that unity, that Igbo identity very much alive. So unity explains why, even in faraway lands, we break kola nut like we have just done. Before deliberations, we gather in associations, we transmit oral traditions, and we insist that our children, whom with intentionality we give Igbo names, inherit the values that shaped us. In our fractured world today, and there is absolutely no doubt about it that the world is fractured. I mean, the United Nations General Assembly, the 80th session is ongoing as we speak. And, we know the symbolical gesture that a number of countries have made in terms of recognizing Palestine as a nation state. So there is no doubt that the world is a fractured one. A world of conflict, economic uncertainty, cultural homogenization. The Igbo concept of Idinotu is not only a cultural heritage, but in my view, also a timeless philosophy with very much universal relevance. Now, what does that do? It calls us, in my view, to three, or let's make it four fundamental issues. Number one, unity of purpose. To harness our human and natural resources for collective upliftment. Unity of voice. To stand together in defending truth, justice, and the dignity of our people at home and abroad. Then unity of spirit. To embrace one another in solidarity, even when our circumstances or choices differ. And yes, our circumstances and choices will continue to differ. The Africa Fora is a platform of dialogue and cultural assertion, exists to keep these values alive. That is why this seminar is not merely a commemoration of Ikenga as a strong symbol in Igboland, a symbol of personal achievement and strength, but also a reminder that individual greatness, the great Ben Etiaba, the great Professor Chidi Osuawo, the great Ben Ikoli, does not just matter, it is incomplete without communal solidarity. I'm sure I am speaking to converts, so I don't need to convince you because you are here because you believe in that collectivity, that communal solidarity. So I congratulate you and I thank you for making your time to be here with us. Let today's reflection on the Idinotu to inspire us to move beyond rhetoric into action, to build bridges across generations, across communities, across borders. Let it remind us that the Igbo proverb holds true. naanị otu onye anaghị ebu agha. In other words, one person alone does not wage war. It is in togetherness that we flourish. So, on behalf of the Africa Fora, I'm now closing. I thank you all for being part of this celebration. Allow me once again to single out and congratulate our African sister, Oloaku Winfred Gayat, for, commendation and honor. And so, let your work resonate far beyond our time here on earth. May the spirit of Ikenga guide you and guide us all. May Ikenga continue to guide us towards unity of mind, unity of purpose, and unity of action. Thank you and welcome to Ikenga 2025.
Thank you so much, Collins, for that great delivery, both in style and content. We're really grateful. I feel grateful now. Thank you also for being